So let's cut the crap. All of your favorite gurus, me, myself included, have all got rich selling some sort of informational digital product online in some way, shape or form. Some full-fledged just sell courses, some sell digital products, some sell coaching programs that are disguised as digital products. So they're basically digital products with extra steps. Some sell services that really are just school communities that have digital products within them and some added coaching on top, and then they mask it as a digital product. Some sell software that actually comes with digital products, but they mask their software as a digital product. So realistically, guys, it's all digital products if you actually think about it. Now, I want to help you get in on this particular piece of the pie so you can have some of the cake and eat it too. So in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down the exact type of digital product a beginner should actually start with. So if you're a beginner watching this and you have no idea what type of digital product to sell, but you know you want to get into digital products and you've got no audience, no following online, I'm going to break down the absolute best type of digital product you should absolutely sell. Now, if you don't have a clue as to who I am, what I've done, I've started 3 businesses, an agency, a coaching business, and I've sold digital products online, AKA courses and stuff like that online. And I'm here to tell you, out of all of those businesses, my most successful business, which most gurus won't tell you, has been digital products. It's the least time consuming, it makes the most money, the most profit, it's the most scalable, it actually has the most impact. I've changed the most lives with digital products. And I'm telling you, people think that digital products aren't a real business, but my not real business literally has more testimonials from that digital products than most people have had clients and will ever get clients for their actual service-based businesses, which, like I said earlier, most of these service-based businesses are just school communities with some coaches inside, but there's actually digital products within it. So they kind of mask it as a service. So digital products is where the big money is at. I am telling you. You've probably not heard this. So if you guys don't know who I am, that's who I am. I made about $1.2 million online doing this stuff. And just recently I hit an epiphany moment on this particular couch that I actually hate not selling digital products because I was sat here crippled with anxiety. I suffer from health anxiety. Long story short, had an epiphany. I said, you know what? I'm going all in on digital products and I want to help you guys go all in on digital products too, because it's the smartest business, the best business, has the most impact, you'll have the most fun and make the most money as well and change the most lives. So let's jump straight into this. So let's talk about the types of digital products, right? So let's think about digital products. Now, when it comes to digital products, you guys are probably thinking, right? You're thinking about, oh, should I sell a course for like $997 and go full guru mode? Answers, no. Should I go and sell a ebook? Should I go sell an ebook, Montel? Create a whole ebook and then, let's say you're good at vegan dieting and create an ebook about vegan dieting and stuff like that. Or if you're good at copywriting, should I go and write a book about copywriting and all that sort of stuff and sell an ebook? My answer to that would be no. Should I go and start selling some really crappy like templates on Etsy? Should I go sell some templates on Etsy? I would say absolutely no to that. So Montel, where should I actually start? Again, I've got 0 followers. I don't really have that much money in my account. I just want to make my first $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, $3,000, $10,000 a month online. Here's where I wish I had started. So first of all, let's talk about the type of digital product I believe you should start with. I 110% believe you should start with some sort of guide / checklist / script / info product type thing. It has to be an info product type thing. It has to be some sort of guide or a checklist or a template or some sort of like a calculator that you can put finance calculator, budgeting calculator type thing into, and you want to sell this for roughly about $7 on the absolute lowest. I probably would stay away from that. So stay away from $7. So stick to $27 to $97 max. And obviously you can use AI to help you come up with the idea, but please don't use AI to create the product. People can tell when you're using AI to create a freaking product. Your product needs to come from your heart and from your own experience. This is why this stuff works for me and why it doesn't work so well for other people. Other people are just so bought into trying to get rich quick in the quickest, simplest time frame possible that they think, oh, I'm just gonna go create like an ebook on AI and then go and sell that. Doesn't work. The reason why it doesn't work is because it doesn't really solve a problem. Not only that, people aren't actually buying information from you, they're actually buying a transformation from you. Let me give you an example. That's supposed to say transformation. You get the point. I'm just going to do this very quickly. People aren't buying information from you. They're buying a transformation from you. So let me give you an idea as to what I wish I was told when I was getting into digital products, right? First of all, you don't want to start with a 997 course because it's just so difficult to sell that because you've got no audience. Who on earth is just going to come up with a 997 course, have no audience, you've got no connections, you've got no ads running or anything like that. You've got no money for ads if you're just starting out. If you was like me, you probably have no money for ads or whatever, or in any way, shape or form. So there's no way in hell you're going to get a $997 course sale. So that's out of the question. That actually requires you to build a very long-term, like really long-term trustworthy brand. So the next time you see a guru selling a 997 course and it's actually successful, you better take your hat off to them because that's actually quite impressive. In order to put together some sort of information and then build enough trust with people, and if they've got testimonials and they're legit, obviously, you better make sure you give them a nod of respect next time, because I'm telling you right now, that stuff is not easy. In fact, if I was to ask you, why don't you just go sell a 997 course? You'd be like, I don't even really know how to do that. Yet people go and call course sellers. And I'm like, well, if it's so easy, why don't you just go and do it? And they're like, oh shit, I've never actually thought about that. Probably harder than what it looks like. And I'm like, yeah, no shit. So take your hat off to them. But what I'm saying is, please do not start with a 997 course. You can start with mini courses, which I'll get into in a second, but I don't want to ruin the video for you guys. But what you want to absolutely start with is checklists, templates, guides, but not ebooks. Stay away from full-fledged courses and ebooks when you're first getting started. The absolute best thing you can do, and what I wish somebody told me I could have done, is take a look at the problems I've solved, right? This is going back, let me go back about 4, 5, 6 years ago or something like that, right? I was trying to get into the SMA space. This actually was quite successful for me when, you know, agency stuff was cool and whatnot. I'm out of that space now. I've been out of that since like 2022. I don't recommend, yeah, like November 2022 is when I officially said I'm getting out of SMA. I can still see potential in SMA in the future, I guess. I personally, I'm just out of it. I don't want to talk about it too much on this particular channel anymore. I've been there, done that basically. So the problem is that I solved when it came to SMA is that I did not know how to go about getting leads. So I was like, wait a minute, how do I go about getting leads? Like, these gurus are telling me that in order to get clients from my agency, I need to do a bunch of cold calls, right? I need to do a bunch of cold calls and a bunch of cold emails. But like, where am I getting these friggin' phone numbers from? Like, where are these phone numbers coming from? And where are these emails coming from? And this was before like AI tools and all these big software tools. Plus, I couldn't even afford them anyway back then. Like, literally when I was first getting into this, I had no money whatsoever. I literally had to borrow money and borrow my little brother's computer to even start business. So I was sat there thinking, like, how am I gonna go and get enough phone numbers for me to even dial all day, every day in an Excel sheet? So this was the first problem I encountered. My first problem was in SMA was I don't know how to go about scraping leads. Scraping leads just means like you go out there and you find a bunch of local businesses in your local area, and then you're able to extract that data from Google or Yelp, and you're able to put that into an Excel sheet. So you have a lead sheet. We call these lead sheets, a sheet, and it's just full of leads, like the business's name, the business owner's name, the phone number, their email, their Instagram page, and all that sort of stuff. And then it took me maybe about 4 or 5 weeks, probably a little bit longer than this, to figure out how to solve that issue for myself. And this was not in any courses. It wasn't on the internet online, not in one succinct place anyway. And what I did, I ended up having to go around, read forums, read about this software, read about that software. And these are software I've never even heard anybody mention on the internet still to this day. Like, I'm literally not even joking. So I figured out, like, if you use like 3, I think there was 4 software in conjunction with each other, you could scrape about 1,000 leads in about 5 clicks and have them all put into an Excel sheet for you, which eliminated you needing to pay any money for a software called D7 Lead Finder. So D7 Lead Finder was a software that did something similar to this, but the leads on there were very saturated because everybody just goes and buys D7 Lead Finder, and you're pretty much buying the same access to the same leads. So I said, I want fresh leads from any website that I visit. So I figured out these 3 tools or 4 tools enabled me to go to any website, scrape all the data off the website, and put all that into an Excel sheet, and then I had another tool that allowed me to take that data and put it into a URL scraping kind of like software that basically went to these people's URLs and then it extracted their Instagram pages for me, so I had their Instagram handles as well. So what it resulted in is in me being able to get like 1,000+ leads in like 5 clicks. Long story short, it took me like 30 seconds, call it a minute, to get me 1,000 qualified leads for my agency. So now I could then email them, I could then call them. But that was actually one of the biggest #1 issues that most people was facing in the agency space. Like, they knew they had to do cold outreach, but it was like, I don't even have enough leads to reach out to even hit the numbers for me to then start booking enough calls so that I can then get on those calls and close enough clients. So that was actually the first bottleneck. What I wish somebody told me to do, this is the key that you guys can do. I wish I turned this into a PDF step-by-step guide that showed people in like 10 steps, for example, how to go about getting your first 1,000 leads using this tool that takes you less than 30 seconds if you're an agency owner. I wish I turned this into a PDF that I could sell for like $37. All I would need to do is get 10 sales a day on this particular thing here to be making $370. Here's the kicker. I then wish somebody told me, like I'm telling you now, so please hear my warning, that you could take this PDF and you can create it in Canva. You can use AI to help you. You can even use other AI tools to create a really good thumbnail for it. Not thumbnail, but you know what I mean, like a cover photo. So it actually looks like it has a really good design on the front of it. Then you create it in Canva. You know, you can actually create this cover photo in Canva. You create the PDF using Google Docs. And guess how much all of this is going to cost you? It's gonna cost you $0. Step 2. Let me give you a step 2 to this. I wish then somebody told me that you can sell this PDF, right, organically, but it will be slow, and you can use ads, but that's paid, but it will be much faster. And in order for you to go down this ads or even organic, and you want to maximize this, you want to maximize your profits, you're going to add on a second product, which is a mini course for $97 that adds on to your $37 thing, and it's the upsell that goes with your $37 PDF. So it's your PDF. This is little PDF here, and then it upsells into a 2-hour or even a 1-hour mini course that teaches the same things that are in the PDF, but it complements it. I just wish somebody told me to start here. Do you know how much further I would be if I was thinking like this at the beginning of my journey? I'd be so far ahead. In fact, just to give you some context, I started this YouTube channel on the 15th of January, 2018. Right? Organically just started posting content, just documenting my journey, trying to start businesses online. The reason why I started this whole channel was to just literally see if I could even make something of my life and just guinea pig my life. I was at rock bottom anyway, so I said, what's the worst that can happen? Picked up the camera, started making videos very hesitantly, and just said, look, my life's already shit. I've already dropped out of university. I'd rather die than work like a 9-to-5, if I'm being honest with you. I just see it as a total waste of time. So I'm just gonna use this channel and just try document myself, just growing businesses. Try a clothing brand, tried drop shipping, and obviously you guys know the rest. If you go back to my on my channel, you'll see the entire story. In fact, go watch my first video. It's kind of crazy. It's very cringy as well, by the way. But I started this YouTube channel on the 15th of January, and it took me exactly 365 days just to get my first sale from a YouTube channel. Although that wasn't the goal of YouTube. And it was a £50 coaching call with a guy called William Boston. So William, if you're ever watching this, shout out to you, man. I tell this story all the time, and by the way, the transaction, I actually have it in my drawer over there. It was a £50 Stripe transaction. This guy basically bought 1 hour of my time to basically sit him down and show him how I'm going about scraping leads like how I was. Because again, this was a huge problem in the agency space because nobody knew how to scrape leads or get leads quickly or efficiently enough so that they could reach out to them. So he ended up buying a 1-hour Zoom call from me. And what I should have done if I was smart is, instead of selling my time for £50 for the 1 hour, I could have just recorded myself for 1 hour saying the same things I would have said to him and put it into either a mini course, literally just using, I could have just used Loom. If you want to know what Loom is just a software, if you don't know, that allows you to record your screen, kind of like what I'm doing now with the iPad. like Loom. In fact, I've actually got it on this iPad. There you go. Here's Loom right here on my that app in the top left corner. So that's Loom. Loom just allows you to record your screen. So you can actually do this faceless. This is what I love about this. You can actually do this faceless. You don't even need to get on a call with anybody. And I wish somebody told me this. I could have just taken the same 1 hour and what I would have said to this person, because the steps were the same. No matter who I was speaking to, I could have spoke to 100 different people that had the same problem. I just had one solution, and that one solution was like a recipe. There was 10 steps to the recipe. Let's pretend that says 10. It goes up to the number 10. These steps did not change when I was speaking to each individual person, because there was multiple people that said, you know, I want to get on a 1 hour call with Montel. The problem with this is that I was selling time for money. When you do that, your money is then directly is directly attached to your time, which means if you really want to scale this, you have to spend more time. What I should have done from the very first call is just taken that recording of the call, rewatched it back to myself, and then said to myself, let me go and clean this up a little bit. Take out the ums and the arms, and let me just go use Loom and record myself on my desktop computer, just showing people these same steps, but in video format. And then I'll sell this, because it's my hands off, for $37. A little bit less, but they're getting less access to me. So it's $37 instead of $50. And I'm telling you, I would have sold these all day long, every day, all day, every day, organically. Shall I tell you what stopped me? Let me tell you what stopped me from doing this. I've been fed this thing, which you probably have, that selling courses online is instantly a scam. And I don't know where this has come from, because there's no way in hell that if I have these 10 steps and they will actually help you, and I just, instead of saying it to you directly, you would happily buy that. But then I turn it into me turning it into just a Loom video instead, and you would buy that. That's never been a scam. In fact, a lot of people that say courses are a scam, they use this phrase where they say, yeah, courses are a scam because you can find all the information that you want on the internet for free. And I agree with that, as in like, I agree that you can find all the information on any information you want to find on the internet, if you look hard enough, is 110% there. In fact, most of the time, you don't even have to look hard. The problem with saying something like that and making a blanket statement like that is this: if all the information is out there for free, why is it the majority of Americans are obese? Why is it that a majority of people are broke? And why is it that most people can't even friggin' remain disciplined or achieve anything with their lives instead of playing video games? Think about it. Let's just do a little mental game here. If all the information is readily available at your fingertips, why is it that people are still addicted to smoking when they know it's gonna kill them? Why is it that people are obese and literally have health problems and are literally killing themselves and dying, yet we have all this weight loss information on the internet for free? Why is it that most people are working a job that they hate? Like literally, if you ask anybody, they pretty much hate their job and they'd rather not go. And we have all the information on how to make money online. There is so much information on how to make money online these days that it's insane. But why is it there are so people working 9-to-5 jobs that they literally hate and they literally want to end them, literally, off themselves, whatever you want to call it, they want to get demonetized, because that's how depressed they are, because they hate their jobs. So you can't then say, yeah, well, all the information's out there. There's something else going on. It's not about the information. Info's readily available. In fact, I actually believe there's too much information. I think that there's so much information that comes out that you don't even know who to listen to. So what you want is you want to find somebody with a transformation, right? And you want digital products that produce a transformation for people. I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example right now so you can actually take this home. I'll give you a few examples. Let me give you an example number one. If you're a copywriter, if you're good at copywriting, right? Or you're not, you can go and learn this skill. Literally, go learn copywriting in the next 30 days. Go do this. I'm about to put you onto some real money move right here. I'm telling you, you will literally make money if you watch this. I'm not even joking. If you don't, you've not stuck to it for more than like 3 weeks. Stick to it for more than 3 weeks. If you know what joke I'm referring to, go watch my last video. Anyway, let's say you're a copywriter or you're gonna go learn copywriting, right? This is what the majority of people think, which is one-dimensional. It's one-dimensional. This is what people think. Oh my days, yeah, I know how to write copy now. Therefore, let me go and get some copywriting clients. Wrong. It's what everybody does. It's what everybody does. I mean, it works, but it's so one-dimensional. So one-dimensional. What you could do instead is you could go like this. Listen to how different this is. Do you know how saturated this is? Oh, I know how to write copy. Let me go get copywriting clients. It's just so infantile in your thinking process. It's just so infant. You know what I mean? It's like, My little brother can understand that. No offense to my little brother, he has no idea about business, so shout out to him. I love you, little bro. But long story short, it's so infantile in your thinking. Not saying to say that my brother's got infantile thinking, but let me give you a way to start thinking outside the box, three-dimensionally. You know how to write good copy, right? Well, who needs copy? People that sell info products, people that have any sort of online business, people that are online coaches, businesses in general, anybody that has an email list, anybody that has a frigging website. So you can actually pick in between one of these niches. I'm just gonna take email, for example, and I'll mix it with info product people, just because we're talking about info products. So as you all know, most of your favorite gurus online have some sort of website, some sort of funnel, right? You're probably thinking, oh, I'm just gonna go write copy for people's funnels. Wrong again. That's just getting a copywriting client. Again, that's one-dimensional thinking. If you wanna start thinking 3D, you'd think like this. Wait a minute. When my favorite gurus are creating their landing pages, they're collecting people's emails and they're emailing them. But most people don't have a 30-day flow. Day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's say this goes on to 30. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to pre-write 30 emails. I'm gonna go pre-write 30 emails right now, are actually proven to convert for and these are just templates, but I'm gonna create 30 of them and I'm gonna charge $30, $1 per email in this template. And I'm gonna have this as a 30, it's gonna be like a pack. And when you buy the pack, it gives you access to 30 pre-written, proven to work emails so that a guru like me or Iman Gaji or Sam Ovens or whoever's selling info products, right? Or anything online that has an email list, when they get a new person that subscribes to their email list, they've now got 30 emails that sends out automatically to their list for 30 days. You see how different in thinking that is? Now what you can do is you could start making content on the internet, on social media, or if you don't like putting your face out there, you can run ads and you can be like, hey, online coaches, info product guys, consultants, your email marketing game sucks. Here's 30 emails. It's $1 per email. You can't go wrong with this. They're easy to change. You don't have to write your emails for you. You don't have to use ChatGPT to come up with really crappy emails. These emails are proven to convert. And guess what? It's only $30 and it's $1 per email. All you need to do, sell 10 of these a day and you're making $300 a day. Just like that. Next step, step 2. You can actually add on maybe a video tutorial on how to actually change the templates up or write your own emails in the future. So now you've taken a skill that you actually have, you've used the skill and you've sold it into a digital product format for $30. The next step, which is called the upsell, which is gonna maximize your profits, because you're probably thinking, yeah, but you need to sell like thousands of $30 things to get rich, Montel. And I agree, you'd literally need to sell thousands of them. This is where the upsell comes in. Why don't you now, because people have bought this thing, why don't you offer them a $97 1-hour course, 1 to 3 hours, miniature course on how you wrote those 30 emails, or and you wanna add in how they can write their own templates in the future, how they can set up their email software, which is, let's say they use MailChimp, how they can set up MailChimp, how they can import these funnels or this email flow into their funnel. Little tutorials on this. Now you're selling something for, so now you got the $97 plus the $30 thing being sold, or should I say the $30 thing being sold and then the $97 thing because it's the upsell. So that's about $130 in value you just got there. Now you only need to sell 10 of those a day and you're making 1.3K a day. You see how different this is? You see how different this is? Can you see this? I'll give you an example. Let's say you're a coach and you help people start SMA. I'm just gonna give you one that I could have done for myself. Instead of creating a 997 course on, oh, this is how you start SMA and scale it from 0 to 10K a month. Don't do that. Just show somebody how to set up, let's say your method, like me, was showing people how to use Upwork. Or let's say your main way of getting clients, or you've got a client before using Upwork, or LinkedIn. What you can do is you can put together a $27 thing, a $27 checklist / guide that again is built with PDF plus Canva plus some AI, right? And this is just a guide checklist. You can even put them both together if you wanted to make it even more valuable. And you charge $27 for this thing, right? But it's a guide that shows a complete beginner who's just started LinkedIn, how to go about setting up their profile and how to start connecting with people in their niche, how to select their niche and start connecting with people in their niche, and then have their profile optimized around their niche. It's only $27 for this. It'd probably be one of the best $27 you spend as well, because LinkedIn actually is like one of the first ways I ever got my first ever agency client from. Not even joking. Or it could be, let's say you have landed like 4 or 5 freelancing gigs on Upwork or Fiverr. Well, you can go and do the same thing. You create a $27 guide on how to set up your Upwork profile, and you've got a template for them, which is plug and play. You got like 10 different templates you can use. Plug and play. Again, now you're using your copywriting skills. There you go. Here's what a copywriter could do. Copywriting can do this, because that is copywriting. You can go and show people how to go and create a Upwork profile using copy. Your upsell on that could be a $47 Upwork script, or a pack of 5 Upwork scripts, outreach scripts. You see how genius this is? Can you see what I'm doing here? Taking a skill that you already have and just turning it into a $27 thing. And I'm telling you, people will buy this. How do I know people will buy this? I literally had a whole program called Agency Transformation. You guys know this. You should know this by now. And it was a full-fledged program at that point, just because I was on YouTube for literally 3 years before I dropped a proper digital product like that. A full-fledged thing. And it started off at $497 or maybe even $397, right? And I sold it was over 800, probably 900 if I'm being honest with you, and almost 800, 900 people into this. I'll have to look at the numbers, but there's a video about this on my channel anyway, so just go and you can go fact check me on all this. But it was over 832. It was 832 people on this. 832, I believe it was. 823 or 832. You get the point. It was a lot of money. Made me over 500,000 US dollars. Not even joking. So people absolutely buy this. Let's say you've landed a job in tech. I know you're probably thinking, I don't have any skills, Montel, but you literally do. It's impossible for you not to have skills. Let's say you've landed a job in tech. Well, you've got that job now, and you're making 30, 40, 50, whatever it is per month. I mean, per year. And now there are people out there that don't have a clue how to even land a job remotely close to an industry like tech. And there are people that want to get into tech that are fresh out of college that have a spare $37 they will happily spend on a CV template so that they can actually create a CV so that helps them land a job in tech. Here's the craziest thing. If you take this seriously enough and go into digital products about tech, you'll actually make more money talking about getting a job in tech than you actually will from the job in tech. By the way, this happens all the time. I'll give you an absolute name you can go look into if you don't believe me. A guy called Ali Abdaal. He studied, I believe it was Cambridge University. He wanted to become a doctor. A doctor, that's supposed to be a DR. He wanted to become a doctor, right? He ends up starting a YouTube channel organically for free in his bedroom, right? I believe it was in his bed, like literally in his bedroom, probably from a mobile phone like we all do. We all start with mobile phones, by the way. And he was able to pass a certain exam that you need to take in order to become a doctor. And then Ali Abdaal got super smart and he put together, I believe it was like £60, 60 to like £90. He put together a mini course on how to study for this exam that's gonna help you then pass the exam. Ali Abdaal went on to sell so much of that he said being a doctor would actually leave me broke. Fuck being a doctor. Doctors aren't making the kind of money I'm making. And you could go back on his channel and he'll literally say this himself. The last time I checked, Ali Abdaal now makes over 5 million a year selling digital products. It's like, I'm swear that's like 400 grand a month. It's like 400K a month. Now, I'm not saying that you're gonna get to these sorts of levels at all, but isn't it funny how talking about becoming a doctor actually makes you more money than what a doctor would ever make? I don't know a single doctor, except for those celebrity doctors, which they're actually business owners disguised as doctor. They're obviously a doctor, but they're running a business at that point. I don't know a single doctor, especially over in the UK. Ali Abdaal's from the UK. There are no doctors that are making 400K a month. Show me a doctor right now that's making 400K a month. And I bet you any money, they have their own private practice. There's some sort of celebrity doctor, like, I think there's like a guy called LA Booty or something like that. Dr. LA or whatever he's called. He's got like his own TV show, which again is a personal brand, which kind of proves my point. Like he's literally running a personal brand. And then obviously he's not selling digital products at that point, but he could do, technically could do. But yeah, he's got a big personal brand. The doctors that are killing it the most are not making 400K a month. You see what I'm trying to say? I'll give you one more example. Let's say you have a hobby. I'll do a hobby one. and your hobby is astrophotography. You like to take pictures of the stars. I'm very into astronomy, all that good stuff. I just like looking, I like stargazing. I don't know, I'm a weird kid. Get over it. I'm a weird kid. Let's say you know the best equipment to buy, for value that is, so you can help people save about $1,000 on equipment. And you can show people the best lenses to get, how to get into the hobby of astrophotography, what cameras to stay away from, what cameras to buy, what overall equipment they need, I've already mentioned that, and what to do and what not to do. Well, you could put together a $27 guide, a $37 guide, a $97 guide that's going to help people get into this hobby, not only help them, but this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna attach them buying your $27 thing to them saving more than $27. This is what I've noticed with people, right? There's like this scale in their head. They'll see your price as too much here if they don't either make money or save money. They've got to either make money or save money with your thing. Or if it's really not about money, it's got to be indirectly tied to them either saving time, which saves them money, or saving energy, which again saves them money. So it does come back. You've got to kind of draw it back and connect it back to either them saving time, energy, and money, or them making time, energy, and money. You can't make time, but you know what I mean? Like free up things so they can make time. So you can spend it on other things, which is called opportunity cost. So they save the opportunity cost. Because nobody's gonna buy something for $27, right? Or any money from you, even $1 from you, if they don't see a potential ROI in it, whether that's monetary or time-wise or energy-wise. Which is why if you have landed a client or two on Upwork or Fiverr, or you know how to video edit, you can put together a $27 guide plus a $97 mini course on how to edit reels, plus maybe a $37 pack of video filters. Now you're selling something for $27, $97, so that's already $130. Then you've got the $37 thing, and now you're making decent money. I think that's like $160, $170, or whatever it is. Let's call it $170. Again, just get 4 sales of these a day, 5 sales of these a day, 10 sales of these a day, and you're making like 1.7K a day. I'm telling you, this is how you start. So let's just recap. To recap, don't start with ebooks. Here's why. Ebooks take way too long to create, and nobody really wants to buy ebooks for more than $7. Because you can buy literally people's works. Like let's say you go onto Amazon right now. You can go and find like actual billionaires, like Warren Buffett's friggin' shareholders, like letters to shareholders for like £14. It's like $16 or whatever it is, whatever the book price is. So your ebook is probably not gonna be worth more than Warren Buffett's letters to shareholders. Like quite literally, Jeff Bezos' letters to shareholders as well. It's probably not gonna be that valuable. So ebooks, for me, I'm staying away from, and I recommend you do as well. Full-fledged courses. These take way too long to create as well. And you normally slap a price on it of like $400 to like $900 on these ones, or $1,000 should I say. These, you need an audience for this one. You just need, you actually need an audience for this one, or a lot of money to spend on ads. You just do, because it's a lot of trust. And again, if you do know a single like online guru that's selling a $997 course and they're doing it successfully, you better give them a little bit of a nod. This is hard to do. People dismiss this like, oh my God, yeah, you're selling a $997 course, it's a scam. And I'm like, go and try it. Literally just go, I'm not even joking. Now, if you think it's that easy and you think it's a scam, go and try it. Let me know if you can even get one sale. You're laughing at somebody that's built a successful business selling 997 programs, right? Yet you can't even get one sale, even if you tried. Do you know how crazy that is? That's insane. That's like a homeless person calling a Lamborghini owner insecure, and they're covering up because they got a small date, and like, yo, you can't even get a Lamb even if you tried. It's insane to me. It's literally insane to me. These are difficult to create. Don't create these. Not yet anyway. In the future, maybe when you build up enough credibility. Oh, and by the way, these work. I believe his name's Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey, I believe, makes about 10 million selling info products and digital products a month. Don't quote me on that, but this is a number I heard the other day. That Dave Ramsey himself, yes, Dave Ramsey, the finance guy, he's making about $10 million a month, right? Selling courses, digital products, and all the things that people claim are scams, yet we can't call Dave Ramsey a scam because he's just not, he's just got sound advice. Yeah, he makes over $100 million a year, I believe. Last time I heard the number, like over 100 million. And like, a lot of his revenue comes from info products. It's just the most scalable. It's just the natural progression of things. So don't think this is some sort of scam business I'm trying to get you into. It's absolutely not. Or some MLM or some shit like that. No, it's about taking some, let's say you know Photoshop. I was just looking at this literally last night for maybe editing my own thumbnails, but I'm just gonna hire a thumbnail editor. This thumbnail or this video is probably gonna be terrible as well because I probably have butchered it. But long story short, let's say you've got a $27 mini course that shows me how to edit my own thumbnails plus a $97 thumbnail pack, which is like a template of like 20 different thumbnail templates that I can just literally drag and drop and put my own face on them. I'm 100% buying your mini course and your pack, and you've just made $130 from me. There's no way in hell I would not buy that. I'd buy that today. I'd buy that now. Not even joking. If you could show me as well through, and this is the key, if you could show me through your content, or not even your content, realistically, your landing page, that you actually know what you're talking about, and you can actually create good thumbnails, and you've actually got that skill, and you put like and all you would do to do that is just demonstrate on your landing page, like this is the thumbnail pack, what it looks like. These are the thumbnail packs that you're going to get. Obviously put watermarks on them so people can't copy them. And this is what it's gonna get. This is gonna be editable. You can just put your face in them. They're already pre-built. There's a video tutorial that comes accompanying with them, so you can just open them on your computer and you can just throw your images in them. I'll show you how to color grade your images as well, all that good stuff. It's only $97 or $27. $27 or $97, I'm buying that. I'm buying that all day. Literally, I'm buying that all day. I buy courses still to this day. Last course I bought was like not even a week ago. Literally, not even joking. Not even a week ago today, I bought a course. And I've never been scammed. I learned everything I know from online courses and online videos and stuff like that. So that being said, guys, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Please go ahead, start getting into digital products. Take this seriously. Start with e-guides, checklists, templates, calculators, and mini courses. Don't start with like really crappy like digital stickers that you sell on Etsy. Don't start with ebooks, they take too long. Don't try and just come out with a full-fledged like 6 to 8 week online program that costs like $997. Number one, you don't have the skills for that. Number two, it takes too long. Number three, you've got no audience. Number four, the price is too high, you probably won't get a single sale. You just won't. Start with something like $27, validate your idea, and then you can build a mini course on top of that in the future. Just validate that PDF, that checklist, that guide, and see if people will buy that. I also recommend this is kind of like a pro tip. I recommend staying away from trying to grow organically on a social media platform to then sell something. The reason for that is because it takes so long for you to actually grow an audience that trusts you. And even when you do, people typically may even just buy your $27 thing just because they kind of like you as a person. Which means if your digital product is bad and you try to take that to cold traffic, because in order to scale, you have to take your thing to cold traffic and try to sell it to people who don't know you, don't like you, don't trust you. And if people were just buying your thing because they like you and they just want to like say thank you to you and they just bought your thing because they kind of like you and they bought into you, that's not going to work on cold traffic. So I actually think it's better to start with cold traffic. Foundationally, long term, it's better to start with cold traffic because then you know if it works on cold traffic, it will definitely work with my audience, because when it works on cold traffic, that means you've actually got something good. Second thing, it's much quicker. The third thing, you actually get more data as well. When you run ads straight away to a landing page and you get no sales, you can instantly see, well, this people don't want it. Shit. Well, then we go and create a second product, see if that works. Doesn't work. You go create 10 products, 1 out of 10 success rate is amazing. Now you've to add 10 tests, but you did them quickly. Each one of those would have took you like a year. That would have took you like 10 years just to find out what works. Not even joking. If you think about the maths, I posted on this YouTube channel for a whole year and made £50. £50. On my test of like coming out with a lead scraping, it was called lead sourcing alchemy, by the way, lead scraping idea that I had. Ads would allow you to test that in less than a week. If you want a video on that, I'll throw it up here. Oh, it's in the description or whatever. Go watch my last video. So if it works with cold traffic, it will definitely work with warm traffic, but it doesn't really work the opposite way around. If you sell something to warm traffic, and then you try to take it to people that don't know you, like you, or trust you, you've not actually really validated your offer because you've not sold it to a stranger yet. You're selling it to people that already have subscribed to you and followed you. This is what people don't tell you. I'll be making more videos about this in the future. Anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed today's video. Go jump into digital products. Honestly, this is the best type of digital product to create. Ebooks are not one. Courses, full-fledged courses are not one of them. Not if you're a beginner anyway. Those are for down the line in the future. And yeah, stay away from those two things. Get into checklists, e-guides, templates, look packs, those sorts of things. You know, combine them together, you get really good digital products. That being said though, guys, if you want help with this, DM me below on my Instagram or join the waitlist, because I'm actually dropping digital product blueprint, which is going to show you how to actually go and create these digital products like step by step. Now that I've given you the ideas, how do you actually put them into the PDF sheet or create your mini course? How do you actually go and use the software? How do you sell them? How do you create the landing page? All that good stuff. Click the link below. Go sign up. It's coming out. The first 50 people to actually get it is going to get it for $47. And I might be even cutting that down to the first 20 people, because I already know that the waiting list already is over 1,000. Let's have a look. It's like 1,060 people or something like that. It's insane. Let me go look. Yeah, 1,649 people are waiting for me to drop this product. And I started my email list from scratch with ads on cold traffic. So I already know it's a good idea and a lot of people want it. If it works on cold traffic, it works on warm. That being said, guys, love you guys. Don't forget to drop a like, comment, subscribe. Peace.